Hi, I'm Cynthia Kay. I'm the CEO and Chief Zookeeper of Alive Studios, and this is Faith, and we're going to show you the Learning Alive Suite. Now, the Learning Alive Suite comes with 2 programs and some bonus stories. So it comes with Letters Alive, comes with Math Alive, and 3 interactive stories as a bonus. So Faith, why don't you go ahead and start with Letters Alive.
So we are going to go through this. It's a supplemental reading curriculum. Works with your already adopted curriculum. And what we're going to show you is letter names, letter sounds, sentence structure, capitalization, and punctuation. All of that. So it's not only literacy, but it's also cross-curricular with science, because the kids will be learning about 26 different animals, because every letter is associated with an animal. So here are some of our flashcards. So what I'm going to do is take you through a little demo here and show you what they do. So first of all, I'm going to introduce you to Sergio Seal, and each one of these letters is associated with an animal, like I said, and each animal has a name. So this is Sergio, and I'll introduce you to him. So I simply put the card under the camera like this, and there's Sergio.
Hey, Sergio.
Sergio, hey, can you do a flip for all of us watching? There's the camera. And there he goes.
Yay.
We like to do this with the kids and ask Sergio to do a flip for them, and he will do it every 10 seconds, although they may not know that and they think the animals are alive. And because of that, they get very connected with these animals and their brains are open to learn even more. With this, we use different modalities, and a whole lot of them, about 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, and I'll tell you what those are. Next is Henry Horse. And here's Henry. Now Henry's going to give us a wink. I'm going to bring it up close. Henry, give us a wink. And there he goes. He's going to wink like that. And I can pet him, and notice how he's responding to me petting him. He really likes that. And here we're bringing in some social, emotional. Horses like to be pet and
Be kind. Yeah.
And being kind to one another.
Yeah.
So we have that. And let me show you Amos Alligator here. And what I'm going to show you here is the different angles of the card. So notice now we're learning about an alligator. I can show his underbelly. Look how slick that is. And his scales. And show your teeth, Amos. See the teeth of the animal. So every card will have an animal, and we can show the different dimensions of each animal. Now I picked A also because A has 2 sounds. So notice here there's buttons on the bottom. We have change to letter mode. Hear the animal sound.
Alligator.
Animal name, sorry.
Yeah.
And you see the name, you hear the name, and then you have a visual representation of the animal. Here's the animal sound. And note that every animal that we have, it's the real sound. It's not a synthesized sound, it's the sound that particular animal makes. And we coordinate that with animals make a sound just like letters make a sound. So let me go to letter mode. And this is uppercase and lowercase, and I can toggle back and forth. Here you'll see the letter A, and you'll see it in 3 dimensions as I move the card around, which is really helpful for some children. The letter name.
A.
And here we show the short and the long vowel sound. So here's the short and the long.
A.
Now, based on what you're teaching, some of you may not teach both at the same time, and if not, we are just exposing them to both sounds, and I'll show you why. Here we have the character name.
Amos Alligator.
And notice here we have the 2 A's, but we have the long A and the short A.
Amos Alligator.
Right,
Cool.
so even when the kids are calling the animals by their name, they'll be utilizing both sounds. So every vowel and every consonant that has 2 sounds, the name will utilize both. For example, Celine Cow, you have the soft C and the hard C.
And they'll remember that till they're like 90. And you'll notice this is called augmented reality. So Faith is showing our animals their 3D augmented reality, and kids love that. It's very cutting edge.
All right, now we're going to build a sentence, and what we're using is the 97 Dolch sight word cards, the pre-K and kindergarten. So on the back it will tell you what they are. So what I'm going to do is build a sentence first as I'm the teacher, and then I'm going to show you how we can bring in the children and engage them, bring them out of their seats, get them moving, get them involved in building their own sentences, which is really fun. So here I'll start with the. Now notice here it's a lowercase t. And as soon as I start building the sentence, watch what happens to the lowercase t.
What? There it is, capital T.
Capitalization. And we tell the children this too, and it's an element of surprise. Oh yeah, it turned to a capital. What's that doing? Reinforcing to them that the capitals are the ones that start the sentences.
Can.
And we're gonna put the frog can
Jump.
Now notice here he's jumping, so comprehension's built into the sentence, and we or the children can touch this button.
The frog can jump, period.
And I manually touch the period. So every time they're hearing a sentence, they're also going to hear punctuation. Now here, these buttons, for those of you that do have interactive whiteboards, the kids can come up and touch any one of these buttons. They can also touch anything up here.
The frog can jump, period.
And they love, as you know, they love coming to the interactive whiteboard and touching all these things and hearing the word as they're touching it. Now, we many times use a projector, which works just as well, and the mouse. We still have the kids very engaged. So say I am going to build a few sentences with some verbs. So I have fly, eat, and swim.
You want me to be a student?
Yes. Okay, thank you for being our student
yes,
here.
I'm going to be helpful.
So I'm going to give one card. Let's see, I'll give you fly.
Thank you, Miss Teacher.
And I'll give this one another
I'll
card,
pretend I'm another
and
kid.
this one another card. There you go.
Okay, I'm three kids.
Yeah, 3 kids.
I'm so excited.
I know,
All right.
goody. So what will happen, as you know, is if I give one of the children a card, it's a pre-K sight word card, that child will probably remember that card because they're holding on to it. I've told them this is the word fly, so they're going to remember it because when I call out who has the word fly, they'll come up and put the verb down in the sentence, and they're going to get to see what happens when they put their card down.
All right, let's see.
So who has the word fly?
I have it. Okay,
Okay.
so we'll put it up there.
Now with this, we could also ask a predictive question. Do you think frogs can fly? That way we're
Yeah.
getting everyone involved. Okay, let's see
Let's
what
see.
happens.
Fly.
Can you fly, Frankie?
What? No.
Are you sure?
Frogs
Oh,
can't
please.
fly.
No, so that animal will shake their head. Now, every animal, A through Z, will either shake their head yes or no based on the science here. The frog can fly. No, frogs don't fly. That's science. So he's going to tell us no. So again, they can either touch this read to me
The
button or they
frog can fly,
manually touch it,
period.
right?
What can he
can't
do?
fly. Who's got the swim card?
I got it.
So here again, this child will probably remember swim. That's a sight word they've just put in their memory because we also deal with all our modalities. They're hearing it, they're seeing it, they're involved in doing something. There's also the element of surprise, which really creates neurological pathways in their brain, which causes long-term retention. Just a little fun fact. Okay, so here's swim.
Swim.
And again, he's swimming. You can bring these animals up close. They can see different dimensions of that animal while they're swimming.
The.
So we have that. And do we have anything
We
else?
have-
Eat. Yes.
Ooh, let's see what he eats.
All right, who has eat?
Eat. Eat.
What are you eating? I'm going to push
It's
it
a
up.
bug.
And I can even feed this animal. Or you can have the children put their hand under here and feed the animals, which is really fun. They'll love it. And so you notice, not only did we hear punctuation with the, we always hear the word period after every
The
sentence.
frog can eat, period.
But they've just had a science lesson. Frogs swim and they jump. They eat insects. He was just eating a roach, but yes, they eat roaches and insects. And they don't fly. A science lesson. Pretty cool, and then the teachers can expand on that.
Right. And there's a lot more action words. We're just showing you a few of them, but there's I think there's 7 action
Yeah.
words at least.
Here is another fun one, and this one is really the element of surprise. I even see the teachers get surprised like that. So I'll show you this.
That.
Now for pre-K, here's the bear first. Okay, he's kind of scary sometimes, but he's very
cute.
cute. See how,
Hi,
hello.
Brody Bear.
He'll startle the children, but that is fun for them because, you're getting them engaged and getting them involved. You don't have any children in the back just playing with their shoelaces. They're very focused on what's happening. So say for kindergarten, you're teaching about polar bears today, or if it's for pre-K, you're just having them learn their color words. And again, I can take my color words and my adjectives and hand them out to different children. Or if I want to, I can take the whole sentence, the bear is white, and give it to a child and say, here, you make the sentence. I can shuffle the cards up for those that are a little more advanced and have them put the sentence together. That bear is white.
White.
And notice now he changes to white.
Looks like a polar bear.
So any color that I put down or when I call the children up,
Red.
that animal is going to change into that specific
Green.
color. And any animal you put there, when you put the color card down, that animal will change to that color. And here's big. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, so you can really see how interactive and collaborative this is. You're like the chief zookeeper teacher, and you got all your little zookeepers, and then they're really involved and engaged. There's critical thinking going on. They're discussing, they're talking to their friends, you know, who has the right card. So it's a really great experience for the kids.
And here's little. And we have little bear cubs. Now, again, this is... that bear is little, period. You'll be hearing that a lot. You can also have a child come up who can change this into a question. So you can have the children come up and they get to be a part of rearranging the sentence and changing it into a question. Is that bear little?
Is that bear little? Question mark.
And you'll hear question mark. Now say for example, or maybe you had the child put it into another statement. You can do that as well. But let's say they built it incorrectly.
Little is.
There. How about that? Now notice the immediate feedback. Here you're seeing there's no punctuation here. And we have to have punctuation for a correct sentence. And the bear is not interacting with the adjective. Or, as before with the frog, with the verb. Notice he's not little anymore, or he wouldn't be white anymore, and there's no read to me button on the bottom.
So we need to fix it.
Yes. So the kids will notice too, wait, where's the read to me button? So the kids can come up and change it. That bear is little.
Little.
And what do we have? We've got the period, and he's became little. How's that?
He's little. Awesome.
Yes. Now...
is.
We are teaching science, so what we wanted to do is show you a video of every animal in their natural habitat. Whoa, hi there. So if I put this video card down anywhere on the mat, you're going to see a video of that animal in their natural habitat. And I'll put it up a little high right here so I can bring it full screen.
It's like bringing the zoo into your classroom.
And there's the bear. Or what if I put a giraffe down? Here's a video of giraffes in the savannah. And notice in the upper left, we'll tell the name of the animal. Here's a zebra. And this is cute too because of the little baby. And you know how children love little babies. So you have a baby zebra as well. And we have animals that typically kids would not be learning about, like a yak. Here's a yak and a narwhal, kangaroo. And here we have that in their natural habitat. There's the yak.
Cool.
Yes.
So Faith's going to now show you building words. We were just in animals, letters, and building sentences. And now we're going to go into building words. And she's going to show you how we can build over 940 words using our alphabet cards and all of our word family cards.
So what I'm going to use right now are just a couple of the individual letters. And notice here, you hear the k sound and the bank of buttons is on the bottom. Now you can change that to hearing the letter name, hard and soft consonant sound. And if I'm just dwelling on that, I can move this card around and those buttons will move with the card. I'm going to build the word, or the children can build the word, which is very fun for them, the word cat. And now they push them together and it blends the word cat. And of course there you can do cat, bat, mat, sat, etc. You can change these all to uppercase if you'd like. You can hear it spelled to you.
C-A-T.
Or hear it again. And they build it together. So let me take these off. Say I have the at. And what I'm going to take now is some of our blends, rhymes, and digraphs. Now this comes with a whole stack like this big, of blends, rhymes, and digraphs. There's a lot of them. So the kids can build up to, especially for kindergarten, maybe first, they can build up to 900 words using these. So
actually 940 to be exact.
Oh, 940. Wow, that's a lot. That's pretty good. So I had my cat here, C-A-T. What I'm going to do is keep the C and take this A-T off, and then I'm going to put the at chunk on there.
At.
And then we can go
At. Cat.
So let me just make a comment. So I was
Sure.
talking to some teachers and how they use this in center time or even whole group. But if you have the at chunk or AT down there, you can ask the kid, how many words can you build with the at chunk? As you go, cat, bat, fat, sat. And then they have a sheet of paper and they can write all these names down, all these new words that they've learned. So it's a great center time activity as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. Center is great, whole group is great too, and center they can have two kids collaborating. One's blending the word and others writing down the word. And because they have these letters right next to them, they can always put this on their desk and copy that formation. So here I'm going to start with a digraph and put it there.
At. Chat.
Okay, that's a word. They can write that down if that's the lesson that you're doing. So we have chat. Let's try this one. Here I have
Ing.
push it together.
Sting.
Now how about if they did blended a word incorrectly, for example. So we have
Ing.
no highlight and no ding. So, okay, this isn't a word. Let's keep going. The cool thing is,
Nonsense
too,
word,
even
right.
if it is a word they don't know,
At. Stat.
that's a word, they can write it down. So, even if they're words that they don't know, they're seeing the blending that this is a word. They're learning new words. And the fact that they're learning individual phonemic sounds, as you know, is so powerful because it's going to help them to decode the larger words as they're starting their reading. So, with this Letters Alive, we integrate hearing the sentences, seeing them, doing it, cross-curricular, where you're having science and literacy. They speak it, and it's the element of surprise. Because when they're surprised, as we as adults, we know when we are surprised by something, we'll remember it. So we're having these 6 modalities, creating all of these neurological pathways in their brain. That's why the research shows such dramatic improvement in the kids that use it and the kids that didn't. So this is Letters Live.
Yeah,
Anything
awesome.
else?
And it comes with videos that are included, and it has lesson plans for the entire year for you to use.
Now I'm going to show you Math Alive. I'm going to show you a few of the activities that we have. And keep in mind there's 86 of them, so we're just going to scan through a few.
Yeah.
And it comes with this math deck, and I've pulled a few cards out. So what we're going to start with is first numbers, and I picked 5 just to be in the middle there. Notice here on this card there is a mountain background. So any animal that appears on this number 5 card will be an animal that is in the mountainous region. So I put it under the camera like this, and everything I'm going to show you here is 3D. So I'll click each of these buttons twice. This is the first one.
5.
And I have 5 of these moose. Now I can bring it up close like this and show these animals like this, just hanging up on the card, just standing there.
That can help. That's Michael Moose.
And then
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
we can see these like this. You can tilt them or I can keep them.
And this is augmented reality.
5.
And here's the 5 tally marks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Go ahead.
F I V E.
Yep.
5, 5, 5.
That's a fun way to learn your numbers.
And if you went back here,
One.
whoops, it would be a different animal.
Yep. It's Brody Bear.
Kind of glitched there for a second because I hit it twice. Okay, so there's the bears. And both bears and moose live in that region. So now what I'm going to show you is an example of a game which is an augmented reality. So I'm going to go to comparing numbers, and I'll go to this one.
Count each set of objects.
That's
Drag a
Amos
sign
Alligator.
into
Yeah.
the box to make the number set.
Here,
So
we'll
we're
get
going
rid
to
of-
turn off the instructions,
Yeah.
because we can do it. So if the student has an inability to eyeball, which is more, they can always touch it
1, 2,
and hear how many numbers there
3,
are.
4.
Thank you. So let's say this is less than, and we hit the check mark.
4 is less than 5.
He likes to eat.
Delicious. Okay, let's say we did it wrong. Is that correct? Oops, that's correct.
Uh-oh.
Immediate feedback. We got to fix that. So then I'll put down the equal sign.
5 is equal to 5.
Good job, Faith.
Delicious. That's pretty fun. Kids love that. So now I'm going to show you another one with cards, and these are three-dimensional shapes.
So I'll go there.
So I have the cylinder, I have a rectangular prism, and I have a sphere. This is
Hold
really
the
fun.
3D shape card under the camera. You can tilt the card around to explore all sides.
All right, so I'm going to show the cylinder.
Cylinder.
And notice you hear it again. Cylinder, you see it written, and here it is.
I can actually move it too.
Good. And rectangular prism.
Rectangular
Show the
prism.
different dimensions. And let's put the two together.
And you can use a mouse too.
Cylinder.
I have to have
Rectangular prism.
Let's
have
intersect those.
I have a touch screen. And yeah, you can do it like this.
Wow, that is so cool. I love it. And so then I can lift it up like this and show it.
A little bit of
intersected.
engineering, great for STEM.
Yeah.
And you can also, I've seen teachers go, okay, can you, or you can put it to the side.
Yeah.
Can you show me which one is the cylinder?
Yes,
and which one is the
I can.
rectangular prism?
So I'm going to run up to the board and do
There you go.
this.
And again,
Or
you can
use
use
my
a
mouse.
mouse if you don't have a touch screen or an interactive whiteboard. So that's great. So what Faith just showed you was just 3 activities out of 86. So it's just kind of a sneak peek. Great way to teach math concepts with 6 different learning modalities. Again, that goes into the long-term retention, the more modalities that you use. And that's just a little bit about Math Alive.
Now I want to show you one of the 3 bonus interactive stories. So there's 3 of them. The Amos Alligator, I'm going to show you about being on time. I'm an Iguana is about being adventurous and courageous. And Ali Orangutan is about being helpful and being a friend. So here's Amos Alligator. Click on that.
Amos Alligator's Airport Adventure by Janice Sinclair. Illustrated by Rocky Dalrymple.
So we have a choice of having it read to us or read by myself. So I will choose read to me so you can hear how it's articulated. in
Read
the
to
book.
me.
So it opens up, and these are spreads, and we have read and play, and we can go here to the different spreads that it has. It has 10 altogether, and once you see this glowing thing, you'll hit read, and we'll hear it read to us.
Time to pack. What will he take? Amos is still half awake. He needs a cap, his shoes, and coat. Where are the keys to start the boat? The bag is packed, and his ticket too. Amos, are you nearly through?
So I pointed to those, which I should have said in the beginning, but what the play button is going to do, it's going to show a video and have a game afterwards to reinforce to the children what they just read. So we're going to see a short little video, and on every spread, you're going to see the same thing. It's going to read to you a little video and then a game afterwards.
Let's see. Get in this closet and find my stuff to take on the trip. See, what do we got here?
He's messy.
Don't need that. Oh, there's way too much stuff out here. Help me figure out the few things I need to take along with me.
Now this is fun as whole group, because we can have, if you have interactive whiteboards in your classroom, you can actually have them come up here and touch any of these items, which is really fun for them. So, or whole group, what do you see or what have you just read that he needs to take with him on his trip? So here's some shoes. Someone will yell out
Yeah,
shoes.
shoes.
Ah, here they are.
Better take some shoes with
What
you.
about the coat and the tree?
Here's the coat.
Yep, gonna need a coat.
His flying cap.
Yeah. And they
Oh,
can
yeah.
run
Need
up
my flying
here
cap.
or here you go.
Ooh, don't forget the ticket.
Collaborate with each other.
What about the key?
Oh, the key. Okay.
Yeah, gotta have keys to start the airboat up.
All right, now we're ready. Now say they touched something that wasn't lit up. Oops. It's
And it
not
doesn't,
gonna-
it won't do anything.
It won't do anything, and it goes to the next page. So again, it's read to you, read to you, and play. Let's see if I hit play. It will just show us a little clip of that cute video. It does.
Yeah,
Isn't that fun?
he's fun. He's going to the airport.
Yeah. So those are the little videos, just an example of that. So that is a little sneak peek of the bonus stories that you all will have.
So how do you get started with Learning Alive? So here's the Learning Alive suite. Comes with everything you need right in this box. Our flash drive with the Learning Alive software on it. Our sorting box, so you can sort your cards for the day or for the week on how you're going to use them. Comes with all the letters and Math Alive cards that you need. The camera. And this document camera can also be used as a regular document camera. So it's kind of great. You have a 2-for-1 kind of thing going. But we provide that camera so you have a turnkey experience that just works fantastic. Comes with a tracking mat. So that's everything you'll get in the kit that you'll need. And then you'll just need to have a computer, either a Windows-based computer like we have here, or a Macintosh. Now, if you want to learn the specific system specs, pricing, and more information, just scroll to the bottom and just look on our webpage, and you'll get all the information you need. That's Learning Alive.